What do we got going on?
Okay, well, let's do our intro.
Okay.
Welcome to the Bud and Mama's podcast, where we talk about co-parenting, the good, the bad,
the funny, and the sad.
I'm Maria, I'm the stepmom.
And I'm Sam, I'm the mom.
All right, this is a Shituations episode.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, so I have a couple that we got from TikTok DMs.
Oh.
And then I have one from...
I love the
I know,
name.
their username.
Yes.
I have a DM, I think, from Instagram.
Okay.
And then I have two that I saw on, like online. Yeah, just like saw them and I was like, those are good discussions. I think we actually did post them as discussions a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk to them. But first I want to do the ones that you guys message us.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is from Bud Bunny.
Love your name.
They said, hello. I want to first off say I love your page, but I have a question as to how did you tell your stepkid's mother that you were expecting? But I want to get her something because I've always got along with her. Yes, we've had our ups and downs, but I've always seen her as family. But I don't know what to call her either. Like aunt or auntie, I really could use some help.
Ooh.
Okay, so we have an episode about how to tell. I think I called it like how to tell your husband's baby mama you're pregnant or something.
Did we do that?
Yeah, we did a whole episode on it. Yes.
Is that what we called it, though?
We called it something like that. Like
that
how
must
to tell.
have been like
it was right
an
when
old one, right?
No, it was right when I got pregnant with Marceliano. Because we had two completely different situations. So with Bo, she kind of just found out through social media.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, and then with Marceliano, I actually told her. She was one of the first people I told. So I was too excited to keep it in.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So, the big thing with it is, because we had a whole discussion about this too, was main point was don't leave it to the shared child to tell the parent, because that's not their responsibility, and they can see the expression and feeling on your co-parent's face. So they might need, I mean, it sounds like this won't be the issue because you guys are great friends, but say you guys weren't friends, they might obviously have some feelings about it, and they need space to like process. So you don't want them to have to deal with all of that with their child telling them. So I think our conclusion was like, I tell them before you announce. If you have a good relationship, if they're like, you guys hate each other and you're at each other's throats and it's terrible, then
let your baby daddy do it.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, no.
But so I think because you guys are friends, I would just tell her. But she said you wanted to get her something, so I would probably get like a cute little onesie for the baby that says like,
that would be so cute.
Right, like it'd be for you, because we call Sam Noni.
Yeah,
we don't call her aunt. She came up with the term Noni.
I had heard that term like a long time ago. I don't know what the hell, where I heard it, but it always stuck with me, and I was like, I would love for anybody to call me that. Like any of my friends' kids too. Like I would be like, don't call me tia, don't call me auntie, or even if it's like auntie like that, I would love that too. But I was like, no, I want like a nickname, and I want it to be like cute.
Yeah.
And only I would be called that.
Because we didn't want the boys to be like, oh, hi, Jaden's mom.
Yeah, no.
We wanted her to have a nickname. So she picked Noni, and I've loved it. And so we've always called her it. So that's what we picked. But like, we do hear a lot of people, they comment and they say aunt is what they pick. Or like something along that.
Yeah.
For something to get, I think that's what I would do. Like, honestly, I think that's what I wanted to do, but I just got too excited, and I told you in person. Like, she came over, and I saw her.
I probably would have been bawling even more if you would have done that.
No,
I couldn't. Kidding me?
I wanted to. Like, my plan was to give you like a shirt that said like
no need to two.
Yeah, something like that. Like mom to one, no need to two. You know, something like that.
Oh my God, I would have cried.
You know? So that's what I would do, even if it's like either a shirt for them or like a little onesie, like Noni second.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Noni second baby or something. That would be cute. But yeah, that's what I would do. Is I like that you see her as family too. That's super cute that you put that. But yeah, don't overthink it. Like, get something that
where if you see it and you automatically think of her, get it.
Yeah, like if she likes
little
shirts, or even these little cute cups so you can get customized, like something.
Oh my God, yeah, that would, and you know me, I'm a cup freak, so I probably would,
That's cute. And I love that you're gonna like do a little gifting for her.
The fact that you want to do that and make it special for her,
it's gonna go
it's just gonna show you how like close she probably will be to the baby. You know what I mean?
I wonder what was that episode called?
I don't know, because I know we did talk about it. I just
we
can't remember
and I want to tell everyone to go
ahead and go to that
listen
one. Yeah.
to it, because we had a whole discussion about it, because we did it so different each time. And
yeah, I felt like, and then too with like me, I come up with nicknames too for kids and like for anybody, actually. Anybody. And so I feel like nicknames are a huge part of my personality and my love for like whoever is in my life, and you know, you have a nickname. So like I pick and choose, of course, who gets a nickname, because like sometimes like names go easier with a nickname and all that. Which one is it called?
Episode 31, and it's called How to Share a Pregnancy Announcement with Your Partner's Co-Parent.
31.
There's 43 minutes on that, so you go,
yeah.
Enjoy.
But yeah, I feel like that would really, really be like really cute.
It is cute. I love that.
I love that. I really, really do.
Okay, here's the other one we got on TikTok.
Oh,
this one's from Liz.
Okay.
I love how you guys co-parent. I love everything about this. So I'm having trouble with my daughter's father. He has another child, and my daughter never gets to see her sibling because the other child's mother is in her phase of not wanting them to be around one another unless my child's father and her are in a relationship.
Wait, what?
So her baby daddy has another baby mama. So
they're not together.
Yeah, they're not together.
Oh.
And he has another baby mama. And she wants their kids to spend time together because they're siblings. But she won't let them spend time together unless her and baby daddy are together. My daughter has only seen her twice, and she's going to be 2 in July. It's crazy. All I want is for them to grow up together, but it is impossible with trying to co-parent with her. Any advice on that?
Oh, man.
That's hard because, like, you're not with him and she's not with him, which is so sad.
It speaks on it.
It's sad that
it is really sad, because
obviously, like, if mom is not, like, unless dad lets you see his other child when she's with him, you can't really, like, I mean, it's like hard to say you have any place to go tell the other baby mom, like, hey, I mean, you can cordially ask, but if she's blocking it out, then you can't, make her. But but dad could, could.
I mean, not necessarily, because it seems like he's not seeing her daughter because of the second baby mama.
Yeah, which is fucked up. Like, look,
which is really stupid.
He okay. I hope that he has some custodial time with his other child, because I mean, he's dad. And if that is the case, then I would go through dad and be like, hey, let me know when you have, so and so that I can bring our child over so they can play together. Yeah, that's what I would do, because it sounds like the other mom is like
just not budging.
She does not want to be involved, which is hard. I'm sorry. Hopefully, like, they live close, and as the kids grow up, you can just always tell your child, like, that's your sibling. You make sure you look out for them and love them no matter what. And maybe if they see each other at school or something, they can form a relationship.
If there's like nothing in court either, and I really hate to go that route sometimes, but I feel like maybe try reaching out to her and being like, look, I understand whatever's going on between you and, their dad, but I really would love to keep it between you two, and let's try and get the kids involved with each other to get to know one another, because they're siblings.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, and like the dad is like choosing to not see her just because of one controlling person, then I would take legal action right off the bat.
For what? Oh, for dad?
To be like, no, you do need to see this one. And then, like, because you can bring that other case into court, too. Be like, is there a way where if, he has, his other child, is there a way that we can make it to where they're both there? And like, because if you show the courts that like at least you're trying to keep the siblings together, why not do that? Like, it's good for the kids to get to know one another.
Yeah,
like, can you? Okay, have you ever seen those stories about like? Because I literally recently just saw one, and it was kind of gross. But a brother and sister didn't know that they were brother and sister.
Oh no.
They were raised completely separate because I guess the dad didn't want her, the other child. Both mom and dad literally clean cut, like, let's never speak to one another ever again. Went to the same school.
They had no idea.
No idea. Didn't know that they were full blood related. Started dating one another. Ended up getting married.
Why did no parent tell each other? When
they
didn't see each other at the wedding
until a little later.
They didn't go to the wedding?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They went to the wedding, met each other. Like, she met his parents, he met her parents.
And they thought, oh shit.
Didn't know. They didn't know until the parents got together to meet one another. And yeah, it was kind of hard for me to watch after that. Like, I couldn't really. No. But they still ended up getting married.
That's the parents' fucking fault.
They still ended up getting married.
They still
did? But that's what I'm saying, though. Yeah. Can you imagine?
And then you can never have kids because of all that
because you're stuff. Like you're terrified. But can you imagine having a sibling out there and you are taking that away from them?
Yeah. That's terrible.
Like, even if they don't, I'm not saying that they're going to marry each other or anything like that. But can you imagine, though, like if I had another sibling out there and I didn't know, I would be so pissed off at my dad. And I would want to know.
And what I would tell you is, like, if you just can't get around it and they're just never going to grow up together, I would, like, just remind your child here and there, like, you know, you do have a sibling and I'm sure they love you very much. We just can't see them, you know, right now. And so then when they go to school and stuff, maybe they'll run into each other, or even as adults, they can reach out to each other on social media too. Like,
that's how I actually found my little sister again. Yeah. You know, was like, it was forever. And then, like, she moved away, I think, like, after 8 years, I believe. I saw, like, her name pop up on my Facebook, and I was like,
you're like, wait a second, is that
her?
Yeah.
And I was like, Myra?
Yeah.
She's like, hi, I miss you. Oh, I bawled like a bitch that day. I was like, I miss you too. But just, like, I felt that before.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very horrible to feel.
Yeah. That's not okay.
But I would always tell her, like, I was always thinking of you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, just put that in your daughter's head. Like, it's not your fault. In time, it will get there, though.
And I sure hope that it happens. I hope
it does happen. Yeah, because
that's hard. I'm sorry.
The two kids, they deserve to have one another in each other's lives.
They do.
That girl's just an idiot.
Okay, I liked this question. This one is from Alicia. This was from on Instagram.
Okay, let's see.
Question: I want to know how you guys handle when one of you is upset with Carlos, but the other isn't.
Oh, you hooker.
I have an ex who we have a daughter together. We are decent at co-parenting. Sometimes I'd say friends. However, he makes me mad to no end sometimes. That doesn't sound familiar at all. I vent to my girlfriends like we do, but I feel that would be awkward for the new girlfriend to hear it if we were to become good friends. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Just curious how you guys handle the situation. So, it's funny. I think you're right. And, like, you definitely don't want to shit talk him with her. That is awkward. And I feel like we're pretty good about that. It's hard because I'm sorry. I feel like we take each other's side a lot.
Yeah. But I hold back a lot when I want to talk. Like, when I really want to talk shit, I don't go to her.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
I don't go to her.
Sam doesn't put me in an uncomfortable position either.
No.
And vice versa. Like, I don't tell you all my marriage problems.
No.
You know, like, not that we have a ton, but, like, anytime there's in general, when Carlos and I fight, I don't tell people about all of it. Like, that's what a therapist is for. And the reason I say that is because I would never want my friends or family to start hating him he's not going anywhere. We're gonna fight.
I was gonna say, especially if you were not gonna like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's just stupid.
We're not going any. Like we're good, but like sometimes we fight. We're married. It fucking happens. It's fine. So I don't tell Sam that stuff.
No.
That's not something we talk about. And on the other end, I feel like you're pretty good at not sharing that stuff with me. I'll be also. When they do fight, usually I know
when we actually fight and she's there, because that's when it's a different
right. And so I'm like,
because we don't fight normal. I'm not saying like we do get. Well, I mean, sometimes though. I just want to give him a little love tap on his face. I don't. But like I said, I personally had known my boundary way before we even had talked about like our boundaries.
Yeah.
I, for one, don't want to know what's going on between their marriage and their fights, depending, of course. Like if she did need to tell me and it was like something so stupid and like, easy and they're like done. Okay, that's one thing. But
Carlos said pick up his shoes off the floor.
Yeah, trip today. I'm like, that's son of a bitch. Yeah, and I'm like talking shit too.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah.
But if it's like a hardcore fight, I wouldn't want to know because I wouldn't want to hurt her feelings if I side with him.
Right.
And I would never want him, because I know how bad me and him can get. I don't want him thinking I'm only siding with her because she's mom.
Right.
And I'm not understanding his side. It's like, okay, and I've always said too, if they're going to put me both in it, I'm going to say my piece.
Yeah.
And neither one of you are going to like what I have to say.
And this is the thing.
Like, I know my boundary.
You don't want to put people in the middle. And that's for all of it. So that's even like, because you and your ex have a kid together. So when you and your ex fight, it should just be between you and your ex. Mm-hmm. If he's fighting with his new girlfriend, it should just be between them. Mm-hmm. If his girlfriend and you are fighting, it should just be between you guys. Like, that's kind of like the best thing to do in this situation is leave it with
just you and
y'all. You know, like if we're fighting, we're going to talk about it. Like that's on us. Like same with me and Carlos, same with you and Carlos. And that's like, I guess it's more often happens with Carlos and Sam, but like that's the joy of parenting, right? Like especially when you're in two different. It's hard because here's my other thing too is like Carlos and I fight on parenting stuff too. Mm-hmm. It's just like we live together, so we fix it right away. Mm-hmm. Where if Sam and Carlos fight on parenting things, it's like, fuck you. And then they go to their different homes and don't have to talk to each other for a week.
Great.
So I don't get that luxury. I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's my advice. Just keep it with the person and don't bring her into those arguments. Yeah. It is uncomfortable, and it's good that you're thinking about it.
Unless if it's like a fight, like where she said it was like something stupid and like you guys are over and it's done. I'm like, oh my god, bitch! Like, guess what fight we had? Like recent. That's different. You're not really talking shit. You're just letting her know, like, oh, this is what we fought about, but it's okay. Like we're good.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with me and him, even though she has been here with like some of our fucked up fights. Like I don't know how to say it. Like she'll usually tell us like, okay, both of you guys need to fucking calm down.
I've literally gone like, time out. We drink too much.
Stop.
We're done. Go to bed.
Let's stop. Because like if I hurt Carlos's feelings, he'll hurt mine, but in a fucked up way.
They just they've had 13 years of fighting each other. Okay, they've had 13 years to get really good at fighting with each other. So
those are not even counting the years that we were actually together.
But like, that's after they broke up.
Yeah. That like after we had separated, it's been over 13
I just
years.
really like how she described, we're decent at co-parenting. Sometimes I'd say friends. However, he makes me mad to no end sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Carlos does that to me all the fucking time. And I know, okay, look, I know it's not just he only gets me mad. He has no reasons to be mad at me. No, I know I fucking push his up. I know I push his buttons.
Yeah.
I know I do. It's so easy to, like, get him mad because I already know which buttons to push. But I also know which ones to, like, kind of veer. Yeah. Like I'm like, I already know how he's gonna respond to this one, so I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'll just text it to him. Because I'm not gonna be around him.
I love it. That was a good question though.
Yeah. Good. But also me and him, whenever we do fight, I will have to say this, literally within either hours or the next day, we talk it out.
Yeah.
And we're good.
They are good about talking it
out. Now that's something that has not changed about him and I, though.
Okay, I love this one. Ooh. This was actually, there's this local radio station. They have the Mambo in the Morning show. We've been on it. But they do daily dilemmas. And this was a daily dilemma. And we reposted to our Facebook. You guys commented 107 times with advice.
Oh my God.
So I really wanted to talk about this one.
Okay, let's hear it. I want to hear this one.
I got divorced in January. I'm still heartbroken from the betrayal of my ex-husband. So this was from August. So she got divorced January, a year ago, basically. January 2023.
Oh, wow.
I'm still heartbroken from the betrayal of my ex-husband. He had an affair with his now fiance. Oof. It was a messy divorce and we barely talk. We kept the kids out of the drama. Good job. Here's my dilemma. My ex and his fiance are planning to take engagement pictures and they want to include our kids. I was in shock. These are our kids. These are my kids and these are engagement pictures. Not wedding pictures. My ex is crossing a line that should not have been crossed. This woman destroyed my marriage and broke my heart. I know the kids would be uncomfortable. I feel trapped and torn between protecting my kids from having to go through this. I am lost, confused, and torn between my feelings and what is best for my kids. Is it wrong if I don't allow my kids to participate in my ex's wedding? So there's two. Okay.
I got her. Okay.
So first of all, engagement pictures? That's fucking weird. Engagement pictures are you and your fiance. Yeah. Your kids shouldn't be in those. I mean, just like period. No, we didn't have Jaden in our engagement pictures. That's weird. We took engagement pictures. Love them. They're beautiful. Thank you, Kiki. But
I forgot she did.
Yeah, but you don't put your kids in your engagement pictures. That's weird. Wedding, however.
You know what though? Okay. That I do get where you're coming from, but I have seen some engagement pictures with the kids.
That's weird to me.
Involved.
That's weird. Traditionally, you don't.
No. Traditionally, if you're going to do something like that, have your whole family there. Like how they do it like in a party. Be like, will you marry me? Kind of like crap. Okay. Like,
right. Totally. But like professional engagement pictures.
I feel like it should just, unless you're taking family pictures after.
If you Google engagement pictures or you look it up on Pinterest, it's just a couple.
Yeah.
It's because it's their engagement announcement.
Yeah.
You don't usually include your kids.
And if the kids are really uncomfortable with it, then I wouldn't even force it.
No, exactly.
No.
Now,
in the wedding, though,
this was some hard advice that someone gave her in the comments. First of all, this was on our Facebook page. I love our Facebook. Sometimes I love our Facebook. Yeah, most of the time, I love our Facebook page.
I feel like most of the people that comment on there, like the bad ones, they're really, really, really just ignorant motherfuckers, to be honest.
Like, but the good ones, y'all are amazing. Yeah. Someone's was like, we had a lot of compassion on this post. Mm-hmm. But someone told her, like, look, they're getting married, which means long term. Your kids, this is going to be their stepmom. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to give them this energy that, like, is super negative, and then it's going to make your kids feel like they have to be loyal to you, you know, between houses and stuff, and awkward. So, like, sure, the engagement pictures they get, usually traditionally they're for couples, and if the kids are uncomfortable, you can tell their dad that, you know. But when it comes to the wedding, like, they probably should be there.
Yeah. Honestly, depending on, like, for one, I know where you're coming from, because I mean, granted, I wasn't married to Carlos, but a very, very similar thing happened to me. I hated the fact that Jaden was around this person for many, many years. I literally thought they were going to get married. And as much as I wanted to fight it, my thing was, as long as he's still taking care of my kid when he has her, that's my only concern. Yeah. Do I want to know what you're doing? Depending on what it is. Like, if it was a marriage thing, yeah, I want to know, because if this bitch is going to be a part of my kid's life, me and her both need to, like, have a conversation. Yeah. Like, we don't need to be besties. I really didn't care to be friends with this girl. Like, I really, if she would have died, I wouldn't have cared. I know that sounds dark, but it was very much true during that time. Do I wish that now? No, I do not wish that upon anybody. But during that time, I really didn't give a fuck. I wanted to know, because I'm like, okay, first of all, if this person's really going to be in my daughter's life, I need to make sure that you know for a fact I will hurt you if anything happens to my kid when you are around her. like, whatever I do to you, I'm going to do to your husband. You know, that's in my head. I'm like, whatever I do to you, girl, like, just know Carlos is probably going to get it worse. Mm-hmm. That was my thing. But at the end of the day, my trust was to him.
Yeah. To make the decisions.
He needed to make those decisions. He needed to understand that where I stood. Would I have kept Jaden away from that? No. Especially if she would have been excited for it. Right. I'm not going to fucking take out what happened to me. And let me tell you, my breakup with Carlos was really horrible. Mm-hmm. Very, very horrible. Like, I had to go to therapy for years for that shit. But I never once ever took it out on Jaden.
Right.
And like I said, this is kind of like a result of how I still have never done that. Engagement, I would say yes, especially if the kids are stating that they're uncomfortable.
Then yeah,
don't force them, because as soon as you force any kid, and this is like, I feel like this is everyone though.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Parent Trap with the stupid girlfriend.
Yeah, they're gonna end up hating her, or not even hating her, hating you. Being like, why are you making me do this? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I hate you. You don't want to force your kids to do anything in that aspect. Now, if they want to go to the wedding or participate in it, if like one of them does or both of them do, or, they both don't, but they just want to go, then yeah, I can totally see that. I don't think that should be an issue.
Yeah.
Yes, it still hurts. Yes, it's really fucked up. But at the end of the day, if you guys never put your guys' kids in the drama, why do it now?
Yeah, exactly. And I think the last thing someone said that I wanted to touch on was, she has a sentence where she put, "This woman destroyed my marriage and broke my heart." Mm-hmm. And I agree with this, is that, did the woman play a part? Yes, but also you have to blame your ex-husband. Like, he's the one that took vows to marry you and be committed. Mm-hmm. Are we all capable of ruining our marriages? Yes. But like, you have to, as someone that's married, mm-hmm. you have to prioritize and respect your spouse enough to never be in those situations. Mm-hmm. So, like, it just sounds, I understand, like, you're still giving a lot of blame to this new woman, mm-hmm. when it should also be mostly towards mm-hmm. your husband. She's insignificant. She is insignificant. It's on him that he mm-hmm. did this, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, I feel like even if, that's my kid's dad, yeah, I know. He still is the one to blame.
Yeah.
He, like, to me, I
that's even more why it shouldn't have happened.
I think that's what kind of not triggers me, but kind of irritates the shit out of me, is when I see a lot of people hate on the other woman
instead of the man.
Like,
he's the one that took.
Like, that'd be one thing. Don't get me wrong. Like, if she knew about you, then yeah, she's not just as guilty. She's guilty of it.
Yeah, of course.
But he's still to blame, because that loyalty was not there.
Right. It should have never.
That respect was not there.
It should have never happened. Yeah.
Like, he chose to do that. Yeah. He chose to keep doing it. He chose to, like, not have any kind of remorse for it. Because clearly this guy's not remorseful, because he's marrying the mistress.
Within a year.
Crazy. So he's horrible. Just because that is your guys' kid's dad doesn't mean he gets to get off scot-free. No, you could still have some kind of resentment. You could still hold him accountable for it, but don't just put it all on her.
Yeah.
It's both.
He's
the
one,
more him.
He's the one that destroyed your marriage, not the other woman.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that was a big one.
That one was a good one, though. Mm-hmm. That is. Oh, but I felt that, though. She broke my marriage and my heart. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Believe it or not, I really do.
Okay. Last one. Moving on. I've been divorced a while with 2 kids, 11 and 5. My ex has leaned on his mom so much after our divorce that often I feel like I'm co-parenting 3 ways with them. She cleans his house, buys his groceries, does his laundry, watches the kids while he goes dirt biking. I've been seeing someone for a while who's been moved in and an integral part of mine and my kids' lives for almost a year now. We were dating for over a year before he moved in. He's recently made bigger steps to help me out at home by taking my kids to school on the mornings I've worked early, and my ex and his mom have pitched fits about it. They have a tendency to be insular and conniving in the past, and I don't know what to do about them anymore. Advice or help. Tell them to fucking mind their business. If it's on your time, you don't need to worry. And especially, like, it sounds like your boyfriend, has been in their lives for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You trust him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he lives with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he can take them to school.
But like, pitching fits about what though?
About him taking them to school. That her boyfriend takes them to
school.
school.
Well, then you motherfuckers take them.
Right, like, I would not.
Like, if you're gonna throw a fit,
I would just ignore.
If you're gonna throw a fit, this is what I would literally say. If you're gonna fucking throw a fit, then why don't you come and pick them up?
I think that's the problem, is they would. And she's like, you don't need to. I don't want you at my house every morning picking them up. You know?
But no, but it would get redundant. It would kind of get, like, tiring. Like, they would be like, I'm so tired, and, like, or be like, you know what? As much as I would love for you to pick them up, I don't want you guys throwing this shit in my face. My time with them is my time with them. You do it when it's your time.
Yeah.
And worry about that. If I'm not telling you anything,
and he's been around for 2 years, I'd be like, if this doesn't have to do with, like, the kids are at school on time, their attendance record is good when they're with me, their grades are good, I don't see any concerns. So,
or like, if, like I said, as much as I hate to, like, say, because I'm really, really anti-court, believe it or not, I really, really am. If you guys are not responsible and mature enough to actually have a conversation without the courts around, then yeah, like, just have the conversation. If it's hard and, like, one is being more stubborn than the other, okay, yeah, I could totally see where courts come in. But it's stuff like this where it's like, where the grandparents get involved.
Yeah, she just wants control.
Just because of the fact that, like, you hurt. That's a true fucking mama's boy right there. That guy is still not off the tip.
No, and
that's how I see it.
And it sounds like the mom is really controlling. Like, she probably doesn't like your boyfriend for X, Y, and Z, whatever reason.
Like, my son is a better dad than him. Right. My son can do that.
And so they don't want him stepping in and doing any kind of, like, parental role thing, like taking your kids to school, which is fucking stupid. Especially when their grandma's, like, doing everything for them, probably at his house. Like, he can't even be an adult enough to, like, probably do his own shit. That
they're more her kids than her son's kids,
or your kids,
Like, those kids are my grandbaby. Because I've seen this sometimes. That's my grandbaby. Like, that's my child. Like, kind of like, you know. And I'm like, bro,
relax.
I mean, thank God I don't have to go through that. Like,
relax.
No. Like, my mom and Carlos's mom, they are awesome.
They're awesome.
I don't need to, you know what I mean? Because, like, there was a time where my ex was taking, like, Jaden or, like, picking her up, and no one ever, like, told me shit. And I was like, first of all, it's me. If anybody's going to go crazy on someone and, like, overly paranoid and overly protective, it's me.
Yeah.
Well, Carlos too. But it's me, especially on my time. I'm like,
so annoying.
Where are you? You know, like,
honestly,
no, I would be like, you guys need to
mind your business. They're getting to school on time. Don't worry about it. None of your business. That's what I would do. So,
I hear a baby.
So anyways, that's our last situation for today. So you guys can send them to us. Right now, we don't have a ton coming in, so you can DM them to us on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Or you can send them in an email to theblendedmamas@gmail.com. And we'll give you our advice on your situation. Make sure you follow us and you rate and review.
Yeah. Or if you even have advice on any of these situations too, like,
send us an email.
And we'll go ahead and read it off and let you know, like, what we think about what you think.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.